Hidden beneath North London's tree is an old railway most people would pass without noticing. Platforms, bridges, and old brickwork still trace its roots from Finsbury Park to Alexandra Palace. This is Parkland Walk, and today we are following it to see how much it remains. So, guys, welcome back to London on foot. This wasn't how the walk was meant to begin. Alexandra Palace station was closed, so we reversed the plan, starting at Finsbury Park and walking back towards Alexandra Palace. At first, it looked like an ordinary London park, open grass, tennis courts, and people going about their day. Nothing suggests an old railways. Near the park's edge, the route narrows. Traffic fades and trees and old brickwork close around the path. Behind these steel gates, the route changes immediately. The path is straight, level, and narrow, more like a track bed than a park trail. Today, it forms the southern section of London's longest local nature reserve. Then the small clues start to appear: old railing, retaining walls, and raised edges. On their own, they are easy to overlook. Together, they give the old route away. Every time a road crosses the route, we pass beneath another heavy brick arc. The train and the tracks have gone, but the structure around them is still here. Some arcs are swallowed by ivy, others are covered in graffiti. Nothing here has been frozen in time. People use this path every day, and the old railway keeps changing around them. Further along, the remains become much harder to miss. Bricks arcs rise above the path, with pieces of old railway structure still crossing overhead. And hidden in one of those arcs is this: the Spriggan, a figure from Cornish folklore, created here in 1993 by sculptor Madeline Collins. And then, from nowhere, we found the platform. This was Crouch End Station, standing between its platforms. I could finally imagine trains passing through. Passenger service ended in 1954. And this is where following the railway becomes difficult. I expected one continuous path to Alexandra Palace, but the old line runs into tunnels near Highgate that are closed to the public and protected by bats. The route breaks into two. To find the northern section, we have to leave the trackbed and cross Highgate. The trail gave way to traffic and shops. If you walk it yourself, I would recommend keep the route on your phone. This section is not continuous. Before continuing, we stopped at the Woodman for short break. By then, the railway has disappeared from the view and we still had to find the northern section. The connection took us through Queenswood and Highgate Wood, the two areas of ancient woodland sitting side by side. We were no longer on the trackbed. The railway has disappeared completely, and we could only keep moving towards where the northern section should begin. For a while, there was nothing to tell us we were still following the same journey. Then we dropped beneath another road, and then there it was again, a straight railway cutting, leading away through the trees. The northern section is much more open. The trees pull back, rusted railing reappear, and the old embankment carries us above the rooftops. I did not expect a view across North London from up here. One more graffiti covered underpass brought us into Alexandra Park. We had found the railway again, and now we were close to its destination. As we entered Alexandra Park, the railway became harder to pick out, but the path still held its line towards the palace. And then, finally, Alexandra Palace. The old line once brought passengers almost to its doors. We followed the same route on foot. After the broken sections and detours, is genuinely felt earned. We are not going inside today. The palace was our finish line, so we stayed outside, walked around the terrace, and looked back across London. Quick facts about Alexandra Palace. Alexandra Palace first opened as the People's Palace in 1873. The original building burned down just 16 days later and was rebuilt. The BBC arrived in 1935. A year later, the world's first regular high definition television service was launched from here. So, how many survives? More than I expected, but never all at once. A platform here, an arc there, and then back into the trees. By the time we reached Alexandra Palace station, it had reopened, and after following a railway that vanished, we could finally take a working one home. Would you walk it? Let me know. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next London on Foot. Thank you.